frame up Healthie, you all have both enterprise as well as some product-led growth motions, and you use Salesforce. You are soup to nuts from the subscription to invoice to payment in Stripe, and also have connected accounts and millions and millions of transactions a month. So I think that's a decent frame up to start with. And I think the main purpose is really just to hear your experience coming into what was a pretty messy and pretty hard to clean up because of the volume and the complexity for Healthie, and how you approached getting Stripe to behave and get the outcomes that you needed, not just for the accounting compliance, but also the some of the reporting bits. So would love to hear more.
Yeah, thank you. So as soon as I joined Healthie, we already had an initiative running to recognize revenue in accordance with GAAP. We were using Stripe Revenue Recognition as an extra paid service, and if anybody's used that, it does not work. It's not like true revenue recognition counting. So we had a couple options. One option would be, mainly for our enterprise customers, their contract-based billing. Each individual customer has their own contract. They have upfront payment terms a lot of the times, running between 1 and 3 years. And, Stripe doesn't house the contract, so it wasn't working for that. But we have our SMB customers where it's self-service. They sign the same MSA when they sign up, and it's just a monthly or annual subscription. So Stripe works fine for that. And then our customers charge their clients through Stripe as well. So we do have our connected accounts all wrapped up in the same account as like where we're billing our customers. So anyway, like the question was, okay, well, do we need to go with a different invoicing platform to service our enterprise customers? And then, but we can't really totally leave Stripe because it works fine for SMB and our connected accounts are on there. But that's a big lift. It's a big investment. And so we were looking for an alternative solution. So that's basically how we came across finding HubiFi. The idea behind it was if we do at one point in time decide that we need to go on a different billing platform, since we know we're going to keep Stripe, we could always like still use HubiFi to merge both of those data sets and run our accounting. So like it was kind of a safe bet for us to make with you guys.
Yeah, that's what's interesting. You really have three business models in one, between the enterprise, and there's a number of prepaid agreements that you have, which is a combination of Stripe and Salesforce, and then you got your SMBs, and then you have the connected accounts, which is really where you all are the agent and your customers are the principal, and we have to do the agent principal accounting on that end. So that was an impressive amount of complexity that I saw you juggling when we first met, and I think it's been a big difference from you not having to dig through those millions of records and reconciling and trying to figure out what was being mutated and changed, especially when there's no contract object. That's I think a key call out.
Right. And we also, the Stripe reporting, the way that it's structured is for everything that we need, they came from multiple different places, right? So we're running multiple different reports, reconciling them on our own in Google Sheet or Excel, and trying to build out some sort of like summary to upload onto our GL. So, one of the things I will say that we didn't even really think about when we were starting with HubiFi, but it really helped at the end of the day. For our customers, charging their customers, that's all gross revenue and Stripe revenue recognition. So there's no way to find the associated fees unless we ran a completely different report and tried to merge them together. So, that was something that you guys were able to provide for us as well. And then we were able to do some customer segmentation and like location segmentation and stuff like that gave us better analytics. So I have a much better way of answering the kind of ad hoc questions that come up from my management without having to totally go through the ringer to try and find out that information out of Stripe.
Yeah, I think that's been the most interesting part. Seeing what you're able to do there was, I think, the reporting aspect, being able to build and segment others' reports, and a lot of what you shared, to be able to really grow your role in a number of ways and influence the org and know that you're using accounting numbers that are blessed and it's going to be what's on a P&L, but being able to chop up the hypothesis, the question of the day about what's going on operationally, but from a financial lens, like, it's pretty impressive what you did to be able to build all those reporting books out and be able to answer those questions. I've really enjoyed seeing you grow there and grow the business influence primarily.
Yeah, I mean, all sorts of things between, we had an initiative to take our enterprise customers off of credit cards on the ACH to reduce some of our fees. So that was something that I could pull directly out of HubiFi, track that every week to see who we transferred over thus far. We have a much better way of managing like the actual fees that we have through that way. Location-based stuff like that's actually influenced where some of our sales teams have been hired from, because they're getting a better idea of where exactly our customers are located.
That's super cool.
Yeah, so there's a lot of really cool initiatives that we were able to start from some of these insights.